world of bicycle design and manufacturing, there was always something to be improved upon. Mountain bikes are without question the most capable they've ever been, yet they can still be better. This notion is what drives innovation. Pivot Cycles has long been committed to this evolutionary process. Through a quest for superb quality, the company has established some of the industry's most stringent manufacturing standards and continues to push itself in creating the best bikes it possibly can. Chris Cocalis, founder of Pivot, has been on this mission since he was in high school. After decades of production and design experience and a discouraging split with his first bicycle company, Cocalis was on the verge of leaving bikes behind. And he might have, if longtime friends Bill Kibler and Kevin Taishu hadn't changed his mind. The trio worked together at several other brands and realized they shared a common ambition to build frames, write the rules, and create a legacy. Like a phoenix rising from the ashes, Pivot was officially founded in 2007. Located in Phoenix, Arizona, with the renowned South Mountain Trail Network out its back door, the company is now a pillar of the Southwest mountain bike community. Each bike typically starts with a question. What's missing? What needs to be improved? What do we want to achieve? The answer, be it travel, geometry, or leverage ratios, dictates the path that the company's product development team pursues. Cocalis, along with Kevin Taishu, the company's head of engineering, identified the desired attributes and the numbers to go along with them. Since its inception, Pivot has collaborated with suspension legend Dave Weigel on its designs. Before any further steps are taken, a rough prototype is crafted with aluminum tubing. Industrial designer Sean Brown begins to finesse the look, shape, and feel of what will be the carbon frame. During this stage of the process, there's a constant back and forth between the aluminum prototypes and carbon 3D design to account for nuanced modifications and test feedback. New to Pivot's process is an in-house 3D printer, which allows the engineers to create prototypes of detailed sections on the frame. This provides the team with the ability to check component fittings, cable routings, and other precision details. Meanwhile, the aluminum prototype is handed off to Bill Wanick, Pivot's R&D machinist. Each part is refined to the desired thickness, pivot points are bored out, and adjoining segments sculpted to fit together seamlessly. Next, it's off to welder Sean Kennedy to piece everything together and produce the first iteration of the prototype aluminum frame. This stage is often repeated at least twice to find the ideal combination of flex and durability. Years of experience allow Pivot's engineers to infer how the final carbon frame will differ in comparison. While Pivot doesn't currently sell any aluminum models, this step is integral to the bike's development and allows the team to actually ride the bike before the carbon layout process begins. Phoenix's South Mountain is a 5-minute pedal from the Pivot offices, making the enjoyable process of backyard testing incredibly convenient. Employees often join team riders like Stefanie McDaniel on test rides during the research and development phase to get direct feedback on a bike's performance and handling. Bill Kibler is Pivot's carbon guru. He's managed Pivot's overseas production for years, working directly with their Pacific Rim manufacturers to refine the carbon process. Pivot takes pride in its reputation as the most difficult frames in the world to build because of their exceptional tolerance standards. Recently, Kibler helped launch Pivot's in-house carbon prototyping capabilities, creating new efficiency and speed in the design process. Pivot's carbon frames are made through a process known as hollow core molding. This involves wrapping a foam template with layers of carbon, which is then cured within the mold. Once the hollow core carbon mold is finalized, Tynan Newman begins the meticulous layup process. For most frames, there are some 300 plus location-specific pieces that are layered and wrapped around the mold like a 3D jigsaw puzzle. Once the frame goes through the high-temp curing process, the foam core can be easily removed, leaving only the final carbon frame. This method prevents any wrinkles, voids, or resin pooling in the layup and curing stages, and makes for a lighter, stronger frame. Once the frame is pressurized and heat-treated at 275 degrees Fahrenheit for 3 hours, it's fully cured and ready for inspection. The ability to produce carbon prototypes at the company's US office is a game changer for Pivot, allowing the company to experiment with different materials and designs without a lengthy and costly back-and-forth process with the production factory. Once a frame has been finalized for production, the graphic design and marketing team begins to give the model its own look, feel, and story. Elorie Slater and Jeff Heesh work together to choose colors, develop graphics, and devise marketing strategies for every bike. On the production line in Asia, Pivot's carbon frames are made with the same high-level precision and attention to detail as its prototypes. The factory and engineering teams are in constant communication throughout the process to ensure the company's quality and tolerance standards are met. While every frame must pass a quality control test before it leaves the Asian factory, they are again subject to rigorous examination during the in-house inspection. Quality controllers like Phil Shampoo examine every inch of the frame, inspecting the carbon, the paint, and double-checking all fittings. Using proprietary fitment tools, the team can ensure every tooling is the exact intended size, and not a millimeter over or under. Pivot has exceptionally high standards for tolerances throughout a frame's alignment that are implemented in the factory's process. This, along with numerous other quality control systems, ensures every frame that goes out the door is perfect. Next, each bike is off to assembly, where Josh Haddock and team begin by installing the bottom bracket and headset. Bolts and bearings are given one last torque check before the frame and components are handed off to Ken Bennett for a few final touches. To ensure buyers and bike shops have to do as little assembly as possible, the final stage takes care of decals, cable routing, and packaging before the bikes are ready to be shipped. From the first aluminum prototype, to the in-house carbon creation, to the factory-made final product, every Pivot carbon frame is part of an evolutionary process. The company's dedication to craftsmanship and quality is evident in every detail, just as its employees' passion and commitment to building the best bikes they possibly can is manifested in every ride.